What's up, man?
I haven't seen you in a minute. How you guys? Hey, Leo's in the house.
Where's Pops?
He ain't coming, man.
Really? That's a shocker. Where's yours?
So Danny, if it was you on this poster and not Bruto, what could we expect tomorrow?
I mean, you can expect whatever you always expect. Danny Garcia comes to fight, you know what I mean? So
You've never lost? Who's next on the hit list?
I don't know yet. I'm out here just having fun, you know, enjoying the atmosphere, watching boxing, catching up with my partners, you know what I mean? So, yeah, whoever.
Now that you're full-fledged at 147, how much stronger do you feel at that weight?
I feel a lot stronger, man. I feel so much stronger. It's like when I got off the stool, like for the 8th round, I felt like the 1st round. So I felt great.
Are you able to train a little bit differently too, knowing you don't have to drop those 7 pounds?
I'm able to do everything like more long distance, you know. I'm able to run more miles, spar more rounds, and just keep going. That's how we felt. We just felt like we could just keep going.
Dan, you got a target on your back, man, because everybody I talked to in the 1/3 division, the one they want to fight, Danny Garcia. Everybody mentions your name, want to ask him that.
I don't know. I guess they just want to feel the two-fisted hammers hit their face. I don't know.
You know, in the last 24 hours, we heard a lot of fighters here.
Yeah.
Bruto, Ishe Smith, complain about the media. One day loving them, one day hating them.
Yeah.
You've been through that roller coaster.
Yeah.
How do you take it?
At the end of the day, it's just like, you know, everybody's not gonna love you. Everybody's not gonna love. Everybody's not gonna hate you. Like it's both. It's 50-50. You know what I mean? So in boxing, it's just like, you know, you got fans who love you no matter what, and then you got bandwagon fans, and then you got fans who just follow what other people say. So it's all kind of fans of boxing. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I mean, I love it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I like being the villain. Sometimes I like being the people everybody loves. So it just depends how I feel.
Is it motivation?
Yeah, it's definitely motivation. But at the end of the day, like, hate doesn't motivate me. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm self-motivated. You know, and the love for my family and my friends and the love of the sport of boxing, that's what really motivates me.
When you look at the criticism, Danny, do you look at it and laugh, or do you just say, I'm not even going to look at it today?
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just like sometimes fans talk like they're going to fight for me. So, you know what I mean? If you think you can beat my opponent, I'll let you fight, and then you give me the check after the fight.
Danny, who are the next 3 people you want to knock out? If you could line up 3 knockouts.
3 knockouts? At the end of the day, I always try to get the knockout. So it doesn't matter who I fight. So, you know, I don't really like target people. Like that's not my style. Like Danny Garcia, like I don't feel like I had to go out there and call people out, because you could call people out and it never happens. Then I'm gonna look like the guy. Like I don't just tell people what they want to hear. You know what I mean? I tell people the truth. And right now, I don't know who I'm fighting. And whoever's next, and I'm gonna try to knock him out.
What do you think about Amir Khan? He's been mentioning your name, been wanting that rematch.
Yeah.
We've been hearing about it for
We
a
could
couple
do it.
years.
We could do it. We could do it. I mean, that's always it's always gonna be in the back of his head though. Like when he feels these bad boys.
You think if you were to fight him again and the first time you connected solid, that's gonna bring back that memory?
You know, once you, you know, don't get me wrong, Amir Khan's a good fighter. He's a great fighter. I take down the waist from him, but it's like when you fight somebody who knocked you out before, and you've been knocked out multiple times before, it's always in your mind that you can get knocked out again. And I don't care what nobody says. I'm not taking down away from him. He's a good fighter. But you know, and from the first time I fought him, I wasn't even experienced. I'd never been in a big fight before. I had no experience. So now I'm a lot stronger. I'm a lot better.
How do you think you guys are now compared to back then? Do you think you've gotten better, he's gotten worse or better? How do you rank each other at this point?
You know, I don't really analyze things like that. I don't really analyze him. I don't sit down and just watch his fights and see if he got better. But, you know, it looks basically the same to me.
I gotta ask you a question. So yesterday we interviewed Virgil Hunter,
Yeah.
and he told us that he would grab Keith Thurman by the ponytail and knock him out. How do you feel about
He said that?
How do you feel about training? You know, I mean, your dad's animated, and
Yeah, I mean, why would he say that though? Like, I don't get the
Keith said
point.
that he would knock out Amir in his training.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know, man. That'd be a good fight, man. Like, I'll pay to watch that fight. Keith Thurman and Amir Khan.
What we've been hearing is you and Robert Guerrero, because a lot of people want to see your dad against Ruben, his dad. What do you think? I mean, just not yourself as the fighter, but just looking at that between your two fathers.
Oh man, I think that's a great matchup. To be honest with you, I think that's a great matchup. You know, I'm a Puerto Rican fighter, he's a Mexican fighter, so that's the Mexican, you know, Puerto Rican rivalry. You know, because he's a Mexican American, I'm a Puerto Rican American, so we got the American fans too. You know, my dad, his dad, you know, he's in at 147. You know,
Maybe it'd be a double header with the dads too.
Yeah, and I mean, my dad said he'll fight him. My dad said He said it's a good fight for him, a good pro debut for him, because you know Robert Guerrero's 0-7, his dad. He said it's a good opponent for him, so you know what I mean. We can make that happen.
And we're here at Mayweather Berto, of course, but you never really mentioned wanting to fight Mayweather. You said if it happens, it happens. Why are you one of the only guys that isn't after that fight like these other guys at the welterweight?
I mean, because I know the game, I know the sport. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say and call out his name. Like Floyd Mayweather already knows who he wants to fight. You know what I mean? So he picks who he wants to fight. He's the cash cow boxing. He does what he wants. I'm not gonna sit here and call him out and it never happens. And I'm just like, oh, that happened, because I know the sport of boxing. So it's just like, if it ever happened, it happened.
Do you think he keeps going after this? I mean, a lot of people think there's one more record for him to break. If you were in his shoes, or what do you think he does at this point? Do you think he fights? Would you fight?
I think he's gonna fight again. After he paid them taxes off that 180 million, he's gonna be right back in there next year.
Sean Porter's been talking a lot about it, man. Do you have anything to say about that one?
I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, we can make it happen. Danny Garcia don't talk. Danny Garcia just fights. So, like I said, I came in this division to fight the best, and if that's what they want, then we can make it happen.
You getting Latin Loonies too? I still play that song.
Yeah, for sure. Well, no, I retired to rap, man. I retired. I still do music. Like I still in the studio every day rapping and stuff. But I would never do probably a video or a song ever again.
So Danny, you look healthy.
Yeah, I feel good.
Your shoulders are big.
Yeah.
Do you feel a difference in power?
Yeah, I just feel a lot stronger, like in my legs too. Like in the later rounds, like my legs still feel strong, like in the first round. So I just feel great, man. I think I should have been moved up. Like after the Matisse fight, I should have won at the 147.
Matisse is fighting full stone.
Yeah.
What do you like on that one?
Like I never seen too much of the other guy. That's the only problem. If I seen a lot of them, then I could probably make a.
That you can remember, like that was the toughest fight I had.
I mean, I had a lot of tough fights in my career. Like, but every fight was a learning experience for me. I learned something from every fight. Every single fight, I learned something. So every fight's hard in a way, you know what I mean? So you learn something from every fight.
Was it Theo Fane, Ashley?
What, that fight?
Yeah.
I think that was like my prospect fight, you know what I mean? Like my prospect fight to, give me experience and take me to the later rounds, hit me, mark me up a little bit. I learned, like I said, I learned a lot from that fight. I learned a lot from every fight.
Danny, what's your record now as a pro?
31-0? Yeah.
When was the last time you lost an amateur?
The trials, Olympic trials.
To who?
Javier Molina. Yeah.
You want a rematch?
Yeah, I want that rematch, man. But I ain't worried about him.
He's
He ain't
doing good
that.
though.
No.
I think he's 13-0, 15-0 something.
Oh, he is?
He's a
I
good
thought he
kid.
had one loss.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it did.
he may have one.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
but his
won.
brother's an Oscar on the
Yeah. I like him, man. I knew them since they were little kids, like in the Silver Gloves, like Region 8. I used to see them fight, winning all
Came
the
out in that
tournaments.
movie they did a movie on it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good fight in the trials, you know what I'm saying? But he won. It is what it is.
He
It
won,
don't
but
matter anyway.
What changed with Danny Garcia since that point that he never lost?
It's just like I fought, like I kind of lost.
Business is business.
Like I said, business is business. Like Al Heyman's my manager, Al Heyman's his manager. It's that simple to make the fight. You know what I mean? So
Sorry if you've been through this, but is there any way that Mayweather can lose tomorrow? When he can, but is he really going to?
this is boxing. This is boxing. You know what I mean? This is boxing. This is how I look at it. Like Mayweather's 38 years old, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, he's 38. Berto's a young fighter. He's strong. So I think Berto's biggest chance to win is just banking on Floyd being a little bit slower and landing the big shot. But if Floyd goes in there and beats Floyd, then I think he probably can stop Berto, to be honest with you. Like, I think it's gonna be like 7th round. Floyd gonna probably stop him, in my opinion.
And you really think it will be his last fight? No one seems to believe him. Do you?
I don't think it's gonna be the last fight. Like I said before, after he paid him tax.